Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be looking at The Void by developer Ice Pick Lodge. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one, but if it gives you any kind of indication what we're looking at here, this game won an award called Most Non-Standard Game. Now that sounds right up my alley. This came out back in 2009, and I actually picked it up the following year, and I only played it for a short amount of time because honestly, a lot of this game doesn't make a lot of sense. And at the time, I wasn't really seeing the artistic merit in it, but I think now more than ever, I think I can appreciate it a lot more. So we're going to start it up and have a look. There's a bit of exposition, I believe. The majority of the gameplay surrounding this game has to do with finding color.
Recover it before life leaves you completely.
But beyond finding color, there's a lot of different story elements that I kind of have no clue about. Even when I was playing it sincerely, trying to understand what was going on in this game, it was a little over my head. But I do know there are some really cool art concepts in this, and some really interesting characters as well as just really amazing, just generalized abstract art. My soul's apparently going to die forever, so I should probably go get some hearts, or a heart. Maybe a spirit heart. Maybe an eternal heart? Right mouse button. Do it. I know that hurt, but there's no other way. Now you can hold color in your heart. Come closer. I'm not sure that I want to, but okay. I don't know where I'm coming closer to, though. What, this nerve thing? Wasn't this an avatar? So yeah, we basically have a series of things called chambers that we explore in search of stuff. And as far as what stuff, I think ultimately we want to find hearts or colors or something, characters to talk to, and then there's a map which is going to split up all the different regions of this game, and we're going to traverse that map and our hearts will recharge, I think. Okay. I want that. Okay, so I got that thing. So very interesting looking. Yeah, I see the tree. I'll be there in a minute. I'm looking. Hang on. Very interesting landscape. Looks like sort of bones or roots or something. Maybe a little of both. Okay, fine. You win. I'll go in the tree. Just trying to talk to these guys, but I'll do what you want. Alright, there we are. We're at the tree. There. That's where we... Oh, hello. Hello, lady. Left control, okay. Oh, okay, pick the color. Put the color on her chest. Absolutely, I can do that. Oop, okay, so I gotta hold control. Oh, then I can... Wow, that looks kinda wrong. That's okay. I probably shouldn't be making so much light of this game. It seems very serious, actually, but maybe that's why I'm making light of it, because it's maybe a little too serious. Which is definitely a bit of a change for me, considering how much I always get into this stuff. I guess I'm just in a mood to make fun of it a little bit. But please don't let my small degree of levity downplay that the artistic direction in this game is very cool. And this game is very interesting, regardless.
We call it absolute death. Remember this.
Okay, I don't want to absolutely die.
In the void,
nothing is more precious than color.
Color is life. It is our food.
Colors are
Our
food.
strength, our hope. It is the essence.
That's like
of our suffering.
the cute vampire girl from Adventure Time. She eats red. Marceline. Why is she so mean?
Look,
Hello.
what you take is all
Are we safe for
it's
YouTube
your
here?
memory.
I can't quite tell if there's a penis.
Color is kept in it.
It's sort of phasing in and out of reality a little bit. I may have to do some blur work with this one.
Is on the left, your palette. The color that sprouted inside you into forbidden nerva.
Okay, so I've got a palette.
Tame color.
I must tame color
You must transform it
through a beating heart.
A spirit must fill his hearts with collected color.
Alright, so I'll take some color,
life within himself.
put it in my heart.
As time passes in the void,
Time will pass in the void, and color will grow into nerva and flow into my palette. Okay, so I use my heart to take what is essentially a raw resource and turn it into something I can use, is what I take away from that. Now, I've played this before, and I still, this seems completely new to me. I think it's there's so much terminology that is rather alien. Okay. Something about speed. Okay, I get more speed for that. Color will now grow out from the heart, but only in the void. Got it. Okay, water lady.
Good. Take a look around.
I will take a look around this chamber and collect what I can.
Collect what you can.
Thank you.
And please listen to my advice, or your soul will soon be dead forever.
You know, the general tone that this game has is remarkably reminiscent to Demon's Souls, actually. Where everything has this very grand sort of universe that you don't seem to know about, but everyone else knows about, and you're sort of just not really in on the joke. Do you see the golden flowers? Collect what you can in my chamber. My island is small, but I must hurry. Alright, I love golden flowers. Absolutely, I'll do that.
Yes, that's right. But it isn't enough.
It isn't enough. It's never enough with you, lady. Where have you put your golden flowers? And how may I harvest them? There's one. I don't think there's falling damage in this game, which is good, because a lot of these landscapes are very abstract and warped looking. I kind of wish that the game was a little bit more of an emphasis on just wandering around. The story seems a little overwrought to me. I mean, maybe I haven't just given it room to develop, but from my limited experience with it, as usual, I just sort of want to look around in all the places you're not supposed to be. Just a trend with me. I seem to always want to do that. Lovely reflection mapping. I appreciate that you can actually see that in the water. Although the water's a little funky looking, but, you know, this is not exactly your normal landscape, so, this time I can totally accept that it looks a little bit like flowing mercury. Although maybe that is actually the intention, who knows. That would be quite a sight to behold, an entire ocean of mercury. Can I make it up this? Barely. What is this even made out of? You know, I'd love to see a Doom game with this sort of art direction, where it's not just about shooting everything all the time, which, I mean, I know it's exactly contrary to the point of Doom, but the idea that was presented in Doom, that we've opened a gate to hell and there's monsters and demons everywhere, I would really like to see a lot more effort and time put into the architecture, and the behind the scenes, why is this happening stuff from the other end of the gate to Phobos. I know it's extremely off topic, but just the landscape here reminded me of what maybe that might look like. I mean, sure, there can be some shooting involved as well, because it wouldn't be probably anything like Doom if there wasn't that. But then again, maybe let the developer do a little something completely unexpected, and that might be the kickstart that the game series needed to get going again in a meaningful way. So yeah, if id Software is hiring, I would say hit up these guys, because they make some very interesting abstract landscapes. I mean, look at the shape of that and the perspective that was also used, and that's something that hardly anyone ever even considers when they're doing level design, is perspective.
Now fill your heart fully.
Alright, I've gotten a lot of flowers.
To enter the void,
but check that out.
Begin to dissipate.
It almost looks flat. It's a little bit like an optical illusion, and nobody hardly ever pulls that stuff off correctly in 3D rendered environments. Alright, I need to open my Soul Obscura, obviously, with pressing B. Take the gold, which is representative of trust, Put it in my heart. And then what happens? Take it? No? Am I good? I'm good. Right?
Good.
Okay, good. I did it. Wade into the water, enter the void. Okay, that's exactly what I planned on doing anyway.
Your new body.
What are these bars about? Like, deconstructed Tony Hawk grind rails. Oh, another flower. I don't know if that's even useful to me, but I'm gonna go in the water, because that's what she told me to do. That's kind of cool that you can't really tell even where the horizon is, or where the end of the water is, and where this sky-ish, skyboxy thing starts. Alright, water time. Famine! Man, the Binding of Isaac references continue. I guess I picked up that spirit heart. Okay, so here we are. And this is reminding me a lot of Shadow Man, the way that this map is constructed.
Color used to be plentiful here.
So apparently color used to be around all the time, but now it's not here quite as much. I read a very interesting article in Wikipedia about the brothers in this, that apparently I think there's something like 7 or 9 of them, and they all have really interesting concepts to them, and I kind of want to see them. Okay, so we're in the void, time is going to move, and color's going to turn into Nerva. Okay. I feel like this is all kind of going over my head, because I don't really know what the hell we're talking about at all. Like, put it a little bit more in perspective of what people who play video games know what things mean. I mean, I get you're gonna die, that makes sense, but like, color and hearts and Nerva. Okay, so I gotta use color to draw on these paths. Got it? Okay, well I was expecting to be able to do that, but I guess... Oh, okay, maybe I can. Alright, where do I want to draw on? I'm guessing I'm here, at the Sisters' Greenhouse. I have the Pharynx Mine, the Fireflies Reservation, and the Fog Garden. I'm going to go to the Fireflies Reservation, because that sounds like the coolest place. So left control to bring up my stuff menu, and I'm going to draw down to there. Did that work? Alright, enter left mouse button. Got it.
This is a reservation. Predators used
Interesting.
to dwell here.
I wasn't expecting to be in like a rusty bucket full of sludge water. That was definitely not what I thought of when I thought of fireflies.
Drops of color merged with inanimate matter.
I was thinking of snarky spaceship captains more so. Oh, we've got some green. Green's a cool color to have. You know, guys, you said that the colors are all gone, but it's really not taking me all that much effort to find the colors, so I'm starting to believe that maybe you just aren't trying that hard. Or maybe you're all just too angsty to get outside and look for some colors for 5 minutes. You're all stuck on, like, your Instagram black and white setting on your iPhone, and you can't really find out how to move past that. Which I know, that happens to some of us. Oh, an anomaly from Stalker. What are you doing here? Alright, excuse me. Yeah, I'm like getting the Shadow Man vibe more and more, and for those of you who have no idea what Shadow Man is, it's a really outstanding action platformer made by Acclaim from a few years ago that came out on PS1, N64, and Dreamcast as well as PC, and I did a Let's Play of it on my channel, so feel free to go check that out. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could touch that.
You must feed yourself with color.
I have to feed myself with color again?
Take all you can find without pity.
Alright, too many instructions. Can we just... Time is killing me still. I don't want to be killed. I just want to... Can I go back in? So apparently there's a cycle system like that acts like passing time in real world situations. I'm not sure quite how that pertains to what I'm doing here in this game, but I guess if I don't do something in enough time, I'll die. I mean, they've made a big point of me dying a lot, so that would be something to look out for. Very cool looking area, I guess. I'm more interested in anything than just to walk around and just take a look at all this stuff. A lot less interested with like all the what makes me die stuff. I don't even think that that's really that necessary. I feel like the game was a little bit too caught up in trying to come across as a strictly speaking game. And it got a little lost along the way with some of the inspiration that is actually like sitting all around it with this art design. And maybe if they would have just eased off on the penalties and explaining stuff a little bit, and let the explaining happen a little bit more naturally at the pace of the player instead of throwing it all at you at the beginning, I think this would have been a much more satisfying experience. But this stick seems to want me to click on it, so let's do that. Oh, left control rather. It wants me to take color and rub it all over that stick. Apparently. Alright, I have exactly 12. That's not very much. Why do I have to spend it all? What is the point?
The heart grants you the knowledge to handle color.
Color doesn't like to be wasted.
Your first
Well, color shouldn't probably drink so much then, should it?
This is forbidden knowledge and punishable by death. It is the ability to give.
So I've gotten the ability to give color by rubbing blue on a stick. Again, I apologize for being so literal with this, but it's just a little bit silly. I'm all for art games. Like, you know that. But I'm having a little trouble with this one. I just want to look around, really. I don't want to play with all these rules. You know, you went through all this trouble making these beautiful bump map lighted environments. Lidded. And I just want to look at them. Is that so much to ask? Some interesting paintings on the wall here. And from what I've seen, the environments do look pretty drastically different, so I wouldn't expect that the next place I go is going to look like a giant tank or something. I don't exactly know what to call this, but yeah, I guess if anything, it reminds me of like the inside of like a ship's fuel interior or something, like a massive ship. I'm getting a lot of whispering in my ear about something to do with controlling time. I'm not interested in controlling time. I just want to control my ability to walk. Oh, the void. Why do you have to be so cool and so complicated at the same time? Wow, okay, so I guess we've reached the top. I don't know what's up there, but it looks interesting.
I'm still alive, but death is drawing near.
I will give you the power to control time.
And there's some sort of like politics involved with this, like I have to be in the favor of certain NPCs somehow. Can I draw on all the sticks? Let's draw on this with some gold, maybe. I don't know how much gold I need to spend on it. What happened? Do I have to draw on this rock too? Is that what you're asking? Oh. Okay, so I didn't draw the right glyph. So some of my color's gone in vain. That's kind of a shame. The tree will bloom at the beginning of the next cycle. That sounds like a plan. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go into this hyperspace anomaly, or whatever we want to call it here, and head back out to the map. And then something will happen. My palette is full of color. Any additional nerva of that color will spill into the void. There's a lot of rules in this game. Please, just let me play. Can I draw my way over here? Oh, I gotta take some color. Can I just use gold all the time? I seem to find a lot of gold and go over there. Cycle 1 of 60. It's just counting down as I move. Is that really Okay, so every time that number's going down, we're getting closer to a cycle ending, and I guess we want not to let that happen. So I have to hurry when I'm on that map. I feel like I need somebody to like pull me aside and go, okay, here's what this means to you.
Color you'll be able to transform and the stronger you'll be. And each heart will grant you the gift of a
Alright,
glyph.
I've been to this place before, remember this.
That the limit of a soul is 20 hearts. Perhaps such a powerful soul could even stand up to the brothers.
I'm interested in
For now,
saying
there's
hey
a
to the
heart
brothers.
in
I don't
this
know if I have the
chamber.
ability to get 20 hearts though. There's a heart in this
Some are
chamber.
easy to find,
This
like
whispering
that,
voice in my head
some
is
are
sure of it.
not. Search for it, my son.
And I know best from every game I've ever played, whenever I have a voice in my head, I need to listen to it unquestioningly. It worked in Borderlands, right? For one of many. Oh, it's a terrible night to have a curse. Color. Give me color. I got 6 green. What other games have I played about color? I think there was one on PS2 called Magic Pengel. Pengel, I don't know which way you say it, but it was one of those like battle arena games where you create or find or make or breed monsters of some sort and then fight them to get stuff. And yeah, I'm sure you can think of a couple games that function like that. This one involved using some sort of magic crayons, I think, and you actually would draw them with certain colors which had some properties, and by drawing them they became 3D animated, which was kind of cool, and then they would fight for you, and you unlocked some like abilities to assign them and stuff, so it was kind of like Pokemon with crayon drawings. That was a PS2 game, kind of cool. I would recommend check that out. It's quite rare though, I think, at this point, unless they had like a reprinting of it. I doubt that though. Oh, is this a heart? Let's get.
Shell.
Heart to get.
This glyph charges the air with color and creates
So I
a
needed to
protective
be
shell
aware that
around
there
its
are
creator.
glyphs.
While the shell is present, the surrounding air becomes dense, making it impossible to draw other glyphs. Increasing the amount of color used in the glyph.
Yeah, the
lengthens
glyphs
the
thing,
duration
I
of the
remember
shell.
that from Castlevania on the DS. I always kind of felt like that was a little bit of a waste of time. Hello. Oh, right, there's some kind of combat in this, isn't there? That is not something I'm looking forward to. This game is complicated enough without me figuring out how to fight stuff. It's weird how I could say that something that basically has involved me simply walking around and picking up stuff could be complicated. Yet, if you were along for the ride so far, I would think you would agree with me, right? This is a really weird game because it's like I really want to like it and I want to so give it a chance to get good. But everything about it is like kind of prohibitive and confusing and a little muddled. But then I see the art design and it's really cool and I just want to see where it's going. I think I've flip-flopped on my opinion of this game probably about 10 times in my course of knowing about it. And probably like 5 of those times happened just during while I was playing this video right now. Or I should say recording this video. So I got a heart. That seems cool. There's some more green over there, but now it's really far away. I didn't remember to fill my heart with new color. How could I forget that? Of course. How do I even do that? B? Yeah. Fill my new heart with color. Do it. That's exactly what I needed. So I've got lots of trust, I think, is what gold is. Can I take my color back? Yeah, I can. I can put it back in the gold sack. How about I give myself some green, because green's a pretty cool color to have in my heart. Green and gold. Good colors. Very strong. Alright, let's go out, now that I have some green and gold in my heart.
There's one chamber left.
Oh man, there's still a chamber left. How am I going to do this?
I can feel it.
I gotta get over there. Okay. It's sort of like we're looking at some sort of reproductive system diagram here with, like, I don't know, like ovum something or others.
You're almost depleted.
Yeah, I think if you're a lady and you have this going on, you're probably in trouble. Let's go in. The cycles are gonna end. Maybe that's partially what made me think of it.
Chambers like these are gardens.
Alright, we've got a garden.
You can grow colour here by
I love
yourself.
growing color,
Any colour.
but not as much as
you
tomatoes.
want. Approach a tree and
Tomatoes
touch
and
it
basil.
with a drop of colour.
But yeah, I'll take color as a close second, sure. Let's get some of these. Some sprigs of green and gold, because that's my favorites. You know, because I wear them on my heart.
Better than I.
Somebody put cages around these trees. I'm not sure if it's to keep the trees in, or to keep the colors out. I don't know. Maybe there's wildebeest wandering this landscape. These, root tube thingamajigs actually remind me of those bizarre organic, like fleshy tubes that would show up in Quake 3 levels. They always had this ridiculous shader effect on them that made them look like they were pulsating and undulating. Never knew the point of it, but, you know, they were there, and that was a part of the Quake 3 experience. Man, I am all over the place today with the commentary on this one. Hopefully you appreciate it, and I'm not just talking for the sake of talking. Because anyone could be doing that. You guys are here to hear my impressions. And I am, impressed. Maybe a little bit. Alright, I got some more colors. I guess I could have been growing them there. I don't know how.
More to tell you.
Oh god, I don't want to go back to your chamber, lady. You're just gonna drown me again. Get the color. Go, it's a race. I still haven't, like, figured out that I have to hold down control every time. I keep thinking I can just tap it. And it's like a toggle, but no, it's not a toggle. You gotta hold it.
Lost souls are like that. They're heavy. You let your soul go, and it sinks. The life of a man is a chain of voids, and the lifetime of each void is short. Color runs out, the soul leaves, and everything falls into slumber.
Yeah, and the... Hello? What? Did I lose? I think I just lost. Well, regardless, there's the title screen. I have no idea what the hell just happened. I thought I was seeing a cutscene because it was time for me to see a cutscene. But evidently not. I'm gonna go back to the main menu so it's not talking over me. If you guys have your own impressions of the Void, please let me know in the comments what you think just happened to me there. I kind of want to play this more to understand what the hell's going on in it, but given that I've already spent time with it, and I don't feel like I'm much of any closer to understanding now, I'm not sure it's going to make any difference. I mean, you kind of heard how I feel about this. I think it's cool artistically. I think it has a lot of promise, but it's really, really heavily muddled by all of the stuff that's just really probably unnecessary, that's just acting as a wall between the player and the game. So, if the developer thought that they needed really to try so hard to make this into a game, I mean, I guess that's their prerogative. I can't tell them what to do. But I just feel like it's a lot of wasted potential, because I really would like to see more from this. Regardless, it is what it is. This is the Void. And we're getting down to the point now where I think I only have a handful of Steam games left that I have wanted to play for you guys that I haven't. Probably somewhere around 10 or 15 of them. And then I'm going to have to just start going into just straight obscure indie games constantly. I mean, not that these aren't obscure, but I mean even like second level obscure. Although I'll still try and mix it up with less obscure ones. Like, someday, maybe I will do Cave Story. I know that's something you've mentioned a few times in the comments. So, something to consider. Oh, hello. We've turned enough times, I guess now there's the life tree in the background or whatever that is. But we will wrap this one up now. As always, feel free to head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions, where I post every night's video. Feel free to share the videos with your friends, let them know that there are crazy games like The Void flying around, and maybe they needed something with this strange of an art style to kick them into being interested in indie games, who knows. But that option is there for you. Leave me comments whenever possible. I love to talk to you guys. I'm here to promote discussion, get people interested in indie games whenever possible, so do what you can to help further that discussion. And feel free to hit me up on @RockLeeSmile and @IndieImpression on Twitter. You can request games, shoot the breeze about whatever the hell you want, and I will be happy to talk with you. And that will do it for today's episode, so thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with another one. Have a great night, guys. Later.